I've got some great people with me on this tour today, and I think a lot of us feel like we're alone, that we're the only ones that feel this way, but we're not. North Carolinians are smart people, and they are with us on this issue. To talk about a recent poll that they did, I'd like to welcome Jeff Mixon, my good friend from the John William Pope Civitas Institute in Raleigh.
Thank you, Dale. Well, I am Jeff Mixon, and I'm a legislative analyst from Raleigh. And at the Civitas Institute, we like to think that we're the guard dog over at the legislature to keep an eye on them and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. You know, sometimes folks at the legislature, they don't even show up for work for weeks at a time. Sometimes that happens even in your own town, if you know what I mean. So we like to think that we're keeping an eye on things down in Raleigh. And one of the things we do is we do a lot of polling. And our polls are a little bit different than some other polls. We do not call phone numbers out of the phone book. We do not call pretend people that registered to vote with Acorn. We call likely voters, and we ask them with a live operator what their belief is, what their question is. You know, the White House has figured out that they're taking some hits on this health care plan. And so the attack dogs were given their orders on Monday, and they came out swinging. And here's what they had to say about you folks. It's fake anger. You're a rent-a-mob. They're just paid to be there. You're all rich. So I'm not quite sure how you're a rent-a-mob, but yet you're all rich. I'm lost on that. So you're getting through. The message is getting through. But here's what North Carolinians think. We asked in our July poll, we do a monthly poll, and if you're ever interested to see the results of our poll, we post them on our website, nccivitas.org. Or you can come to our poll presentation in Raleigh, and we'd love to have a poll presentation in Burlington. If you're interested, give me a call. So we asked in July, when thinking about health care reform, what should be the highest priority? Ensuring universal coverage for all Americans, maintaining a high-quality health care system, or keeping health care costs affordable? Which answer do you think most North Carolinians said? Affordable. Affordability, that's right. 61% affordability. You know, our health care system did not get this way by accident. There are forces at play here to ruin our health care system so that we're forced into a corner with no option other than the government plan. Would you personally be willing to pay higher taxes to provide health insurance for all Americans? Right again, 56% of North Carolina voters say no. Given your knowledge of Medicaid and other government-sponsored health care programs, would you entrust your health or your family's health to a government-run health insurance plan over a private insurance option? Well, I had an angry fellow come up to me and wanted to be ugly to Congressman Coble over in Salisbury, and then he wanted to be ugly to me about Medicare. And he said, oh, I love Medicare. Medicare's a great thing. And you people just don't, you know, you're not focused on the right thing. And I said, well, sir, I'm not the one saying we're going to change Medicare. And he said, well, why won't you let me talk? And I said, well, when you bring your speaker and your podium, you can say whatever the hell you want to. So 57% of North Carolinians do not agree with that. A new poll has been released by NBC just last week. 42% of those surveyed, this is a national poll, 42% think that health care reform under Obama is a bad idea. Now, 42% is not a majority, but of those respondents, that was the largest number. So it's a plurality. And it's 10% higher than it was a month ago when they asked the same question. This bird's going down. It's going down. And they're worried about it. So keep up the good work. You know, I don't judge people based on how they look or what they say or what other people say about them. I judge people based on what they do. And the president has put together his so-called team of all-stars to the brightest minds in the country to fix health care. Well, I'm going to give you a couple names here, and these folks are all involved in the health care reform effort by the government, and they also all share a common trait prior to this effort, and I'll see if anybody knows what it is. Jim Johnson, Rahm Emanuel, the President's Hammer, Peter Orszag, currently the Director of the Office of Management and Budget, Henry Waxman, Congressman from California, Christopher Dodd, Senator from Connecticut. If anybody ought to be in the pocket of the insurance industry, it ought to be that guy. Charles Schumer, Senator from New York. The most dangerous place in America is to get between Charles Schumer and a television camera. And Senator Kent Conrad, who's just glad he doesn't have to stay in North Dakota all the time. Now, who can tell me what other program they had a big hand in? Acorn. Well, they all have a hand in Acorn. And Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Who said that? That's an informed gentleman right there. So these folks laid the groundwork and had these very creative home lending programs that gave mortgages to people who couldn't pay them. They knew they couldn't pay them. And here we are with our economy in the tank because they had a brilliant idea. Well, they've got another brilliant idea, and it's healthcare reform. So it's up to you to stop it. Now, I brought, the wind is not my friend at the moment, I brought a copy of our magazine, Civitas Review. It's comes out every 2 months, and I hope I have enough copies for everybody. We had such a huge turnout, I may have to get you some. But if you can't get a copy of this magazine, go to our website, nccivitas.org, put your address in there, sign up. We also do a weekly email update. You can sign up for our polling updates. We'd love to have you involved. There's also some little cards around on the tables, little red edged cards. We have a conservative leadership conference coming up in September, on September 11th and 12th, and it's in Raleigh, and we'd love to have you come out and join us. We're going to stop the griping and the complaining, and we're going to talk about where the future lies with the conservative movement, and we'd like to have you there. I'm Jeff Mixon from the Civitas Institute.
Thank you, Jeff.